everybody, it's Jenny J 1911. So, sorry for the glasses. I can't wear contacts for a couple of days because I have something going on with one of my eyes. I woke up yesterday morning and had some blown blood vessels in my eye. And so I went to the eye doctor. Everything looks normal. Everything looks good. He said, just don't wear your contacts for like 4 days. So no contacts for me, which means if I want to be able to read my comments from you guys tonight, I have to wear my glasses. Bombshell. Hey, stranger. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Bombshell 1911. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, give a little shout out to the people that are here so far. We have my member, Cowboy Jeff 1911, and I'm going to go back to Cowboy Jeff 1911. He did something really cool this week that I want to share with you guys. But also hello to Reese and Michael Dunn, and of course my hubby who's sitting off in the wings over here. So it is so great to see you guys. It's a Friday night. Oh my gosh, it has been so long since we've gotten to do a Friday night date night, and I am so excited. So my stepson did have a football game tonight, but we were not able to go because my husband is actually on call for his job. And the football game, traveling to the football game would have taken us out of his territory. So we were not able to go to the football game. So hopefully that's going well for them and they can pull off a W. And actually, it looks like 9 o'clock. Probably the game is close to being over. So we'll have to wait and see what he texts, how they did. So, oh my gosh, Bombshell, you gave up camping to be here. That is, oh my gosh. Aw, Bombshell, that's so sweet of you. Critter stopped wearing his contacts because of an eye infection and just never went back to contacts. I've thought about doing that honestly, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't like how I look in glasses, and I don't like having them sit on my face, and I hate having that feeling of them resting on my face. I just like wearing my contacts. I put them in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't usually take them out till about 10 o'clock at night. Might be a little long to wear contacts, but oh well, that's okay. All right, so we have some other names here stopping in. We've got Wiley Thompson. Good to see you, Wiley. Dale Pogue is here. Good to see you again, Dale. DJ Play Nice. Good to see you again. Ram 218-313. Good to see you. And Mark Thomas, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. So as people are joining in, and I think a lot of people were like, wait, what? A Friday night date night? Everybody got so out of the swing of doing those. Oh yeah. Thanks, Affordable Armory. He said, almost forgot. Jeez. Sniff, sniff. Thanks, Affordable Armory, for almost forgetting, but I'm glad you didn't forget. So I'm glad you're here. And yes, Ram, I'm excited you finally got in alive. That's awesome. So I saw Reese made a little comment here. Reese, don't steal my thunder yet. I am going to be, like I said, I was going to get back to Cowboy Jeff and something that he did. I am so, I always tell you guys, you are the most amazing. My J Crew is the most amazing base of people that I've ever encountered in my life. And you guys have supported me and just been so, I don't know, supportive and uplifting of everything that I do. You've always been there for me. And so I cannot tell you guys thank you enough, but I want to tell you about something that Cowboy Jeff did because, and you all know, I had him on a live, I don't know, about a month or so ago. He did something really, really cool. So he ordered 2 hats, I don't know, like a month ago. You all know the Jenny J hats. Again, I don't have my Jenny J hat with me, but you guys know what they look like. So he ordered 2 Jenny J hats and he asked to have them autographed. And so I autograph my stuff with a silver Sharpie when somebody wants it autographed. And which I can't believe anybody would even want my autograph. That just blows my mind. But anyway, I digress. So he ordered 2 Jenny J hats. And so I signed them, sent them off to him. And I thought, that's strange. Why would he want 2? But I thought, well, maybe he plans on, one being his sweaty work hat and one being his good going out hat. I don't know. I don't know. So I noticed a few days ago, this last week, I noticed my subscriber numbers kind of going up really quickly one night. I just happened to log in and check my numbers right around dinner time, and they were going up like pretty quickly. And I thought, well, that's strange. And I said something to Jim, and he said, well, probably somebody mentioned you on one of their channels. And I said, yeah, probably. And that's happened before. And, usually takes me a while to figure out who has mentioned me. But I was like, yeah, that's probably true. Well, then I didn't check my email. And the next morning I got up and I saw my numbers had still gone up overnight. And I had some comments on some of my videos and they were like, hey, Johnny B sent me. And I'm like, Johnny B? Who is Johnny B? And I'm thinking like, who on the J Crew is Johnny B? I thought there's got to be somebody named Johnny B on the J Crew. Couldn't think of anybody. Well, then I go check my email and Cowboy Jeff had sent me a message and he said, hey, check out, jeez. Allie Dietz is here. Yeah. I see you, Allie. Good to see you, Allie. So anyway, sorry, I got totally distracted by that. When I started looking at that email from Cowboy Jeff, all he said was, hey, check out this YouTube video. And he said, you can scrub to this time mark. And so I was like, what? Okay. And so I clicked on it and I went to that time mark and I was like, and it's this guy, Johnny B. Sorry, Johnny B, if you're listening to this, I had no idea. I hadn't seen you yet. So anyway, he is opening an envelope and he pulls out a Jenny J 1911 hat. And I was like, what in the world? I didn't send him that hat. How did he get that hat? Well, he unfolds a letter and Cowboy Jeff had written a letter to Johnny B and said, hey, here's one of the YouTube channels that I follow. And, thought you'd like this hat. And so Johnny B was like, oh yeah, cool hat. And he looked at the brand of the hat and he said, wow, that's so cool. And then, it the video stops and it jumps to the next thing he's, opening his mail call. And, he has the Jenny J hat on. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I have to say to Cowboy Jeff, thank you so much, a million times over, for doing that. And I just, really appreciate you guys always supporting me. And then of course, I think it was the same day, Cowboy Jeff also ordered a Jenny J cup. So that will be going in the mail this weekend and he'll be getting his Jenny J cup. So you guys you're amazing. And I am always so, so thankful. I do check out some of the other, gun channels just to kind of see, what everybody else is doing. And I have to say, I really truly feel like you guys are the most genuine, authentic. I hate to call you fan base. That makes me sound like, I don't know, whatever, weird, but you guys are the most genuine, authentic crew that any YouTuber could ever hope for. So, shout out to you all, and pat on the back to you all. And I love all of you guys. You're amazing. So, Brian's Custom Canvas is here. He says, nice glasses, JJ's. JJ. Yeah. Well, Brian, you'll have to check out the beginning of the video and see why I'm wearing these glasses. It wasn't a shooting accident this time, so thank goodness. Yes. Reese says Johnny, I think Johnny B is great. Yeah. I look at, like, I subscribed to his channel. I started looking through his stuff. I was like, oh, this guy's really cool. And he does really fun things. People really seem to love him. He's got really great on-screen presence. And so yeah, it's just kind of, really cool to find somebody else. And I love, he used the phrase, I think Cowboy Jeff said something about like-minded people. And, it's just always fun to find like-minded people. Bob Shell, still waiting on that 750, huh? Yeah. Yes, I am still waiting on that 750. Got to get up to 10,000 subscribers. So Vanessa Kitty is here. Great to see you, Vanessa Kitty. Let's see who else. I hope I don't want to miss anybody here. Michael Dunn. I heard that Jenny J is awesome. Oh, you are so sweet, Michael Dunn. Speaking of Michael Dunn, let's just take a little look. Oh, wait, wrong side. There we go. Right there. So, speaking of like-minded people, we were outside this weekend. We have, we live in a subdivision. Anyway, rather live in the country, but it is what it is. It's a great neighborhood for our kids to be in right now while they're in school, and they're able to like walk to their friends' houses and stuff like that. So it's okay. Once they're out of the house, we'll be making a change of venue, I guess. But we were outside and we were sitting around our fire pit on our back patio. And my husband went back to the garage. He went around the back to the garage to get some more wood and met our brand new neighbor that lives right across from us. And so then I went out to see, I had to see what the commotion was all about. They were out there chatting. And so I went out and met the guy, and he is an Army veteran, and he and his wife just moved in with their 2 little girls. And so we got on the topic of, you guessed it, guns. And, it was really, really cool because, he's, of course, very pro 2A. And it's just really, really neat to always get to meet people that, like you guys say, are like-minded, and just, be able to share that in common. And I told him, I said, well, it's good to know that, if the apocalypse ever happens, we have this little corner of the neighborhood well protected. So, because we also have another neighbor next door to us who has an Army flag hanging out, and they have little garden gnomes with all holding guns, shooting a dinosaur. So that's kind of nice. Kind of nice to have, our little cluster, our little corner of our subdivision right here where we know we're well defended. So, all right. So I do want to show you guys something. Actually, I'm going to start a little contest with no prize. There's no prize. Don't get too excited. But I do want to ask you guys if any of you recognize, I've worn this shirt, I realized tonight when I put it on. I've worn this shirt in one other video, and I want to see if you guys can guess what it is. If I want to see how dedicated my J Crew is, how good of a memory you all have, and see who can comment on here first about which video I wore this shirt in. It's one of my biggest videos. So while I'm waiting for that, I want to show you guys something I got this week. I'm kind of excited about it, but I haven't done any official research or review on it yet. I just want to give you a little preview of what is coming. So I had noticed on, I think it was either on Facebook or Instagram. Affordable Armory. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. No, it's not the Safari video. Recess Safari. Michael Dunn says CZ. Cowboy Jeff said Springfield Hellcat. Nope, wasn't the Safari video. I wore a tan shirt in that one. You guys are close. Let's see. Nope. Allie guessed Safari video. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody else guesses. So while you're guessing, I saw this company on social media, and it said, Brian's Custom Canvas. You got it. It was the Easter egg hunt video. I think that was my first silly video, wasn't it? So I think, if I remember correctly, that video is actually ranked third. That is my third most viewed video, the Easter egg hunt video, if you can believe that. And we're going to get back to that in a minute. But anyway, back to this. So this company is called Stockbox. And here is the box for it. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a bigger video on this, but I reached out to them and I just said, hey, I would love to review your product. And so they sent me this. And so I will just show you a couple features on it real quick. Unfortunately, you can see my little fingerprints all over, but it does have these little rubber grippy feet on the bottom. Okay, so that's the bottom. And this box is made for, it's not necessarily a safe, okay, but it is a lock box. So you can see it's got these four, there we go. We've got these four buttons right here, okay, and then we also have on this side, there we go, another button, okay. So you have to push that button down with your thumb, and then you have a unique code. You can press in all four of these. You can press in 3. You can press in 2. You can press in 1 of any pattern, but it's not a sequential pattern. You push them all in at once, whichever ones you've chosen, and then you pull this little thumb part up here. See if I can remember the preset lock. It's kind of hard to do if you don't have it sitting on a table. But anyway, see if I can get it open if I set it on the table. So this box is pretty cool because I can't get it open when I'm not using it sitting down the right way. It's pretty cool because it's supposed to be made for basically when you are opening under pressure. Obviously, I'm not doing a good job of that right now, so it's not really a very good representation. Maybe my husband can come and open it for me. But anyway, it's really cool because it's padded inside, and it has enough padding that when you actually have the gun in there, it gives the gun pushes the lid up because the pad on the top side is so thick. So it's really kind of neat. But like I said, I haven't done a lot with it yet. I think it's definitely one thing that you have to practice with. And I think that, you know, it'll be good for like taking in a car or whatever. So here's what the inside of it looks like. And you can see here are the 4 buttons. So when they're depressed, they kind of go up in there. But you can see that the pad is like super thick too. It goes all the way up to the top. So I don't know. So that's kind of cool. So I'll be doing a more full video review on this after I've had a chance to use it. I'm going to kind of, I'll take it in my car with me. I'm going to put it on my nightstand, just see how it works in different situations. And this is apparently their most basic model. And they've got several models of that, in this company. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that video, but I want to spend some time with that box and give you guys a really good idea of, how it's working. So, all right. So let's see. All right. I want to talk about my subscriber numbers because, like I said, they're still going up a little bit. I finally, it seemed like it took forever to get over that 2,000 subscriber bump. And I was actually at work one day and one of my coworkers said, I'm like I think I was like 2 away from having 2,000. And she said, well, I haven't subscribed yet. And she watched all my videos, but she was like, I haven't subscribed. So she subscribed, and she's got a big family and they all shoot too. And so she was like, I'm going to send them your channel and tell them to subscribe. And I said, all right, whatever it takes. So she did. And that kind of seemed to get me over that hump. And so now I am at most recent view I saw, I'm at 2,738 subscribers. So that's pretty cool because, finally over that halfway to 5,000 mark too. And very, very close to 3,000 subscribers, which I've told you guys this before, and I'll tell you again. I feel like when I first started this channel, even when I had 10 subscribers, my first 10 subscribers, I was like, other than my husband, I was like, who in the world is subscribing to me? Like, why? And then, I hit the 100 subscribers and I was like, what? I mean, it was just crazy because just why? I don't know why. But I did go back and look tonight. I was just kind of curious while I was waiting for the live to start. And yes, that piece of hair is just driving me nuts. I can see it. It keeps like sticking out here. So I did go back and look at my video numbers tonight. I was just curious what videos were the most viewed because I am still getting comments on like really old videos. Like some of my very first videos, I'm still getting comments. Bob Shell says, I was in that 10. Yeah, you actually were, Bob Shell. I'm absolutely positive of it. Walter Bunning is here. Yay, good to see you, Walter, Mr. Bunning. So my top video is that cost comparison video where I had the numbers. I was comparing the cost of factory versus reload ammo for 9mm. And I had everything handwritten in advance, and I just tore the pieces of cardstock off and, to reveal like the stuff underneath. And that's my top video. And I still, even tonight, I had people commenting on it. I noticed before I logged in, I just had people comment today on it. So that one has 56,567 views. I can't believe people have watched that video over 56,000 times. My second video is the Prodigy video that the hubby did with me. So the one where we shot the Prodigy out at Passaw Park And then we talked about it. That is my second most viewed video. And I keep telling him people wanted to see him. He didn't believe me, but I think numbers don't lie. And that video has 13,852 views. So he's been watched 13,852 times. All right. And then my third video was the Easter egg hunt video, in which I was wearing this shirt. That had 10,657 views. So I can't believe that people are still watching those videos. Especially that cost comparison one. I mean, I didn't have mics. I didn't have lights. We were still just recording. I think at that point we were still recording with my husband's cell phone even. So, it's just absolutely crazy. Affordable Armory says that's a sign you should do more videos like that. Yeah. Well, I tried to upgrade it. I did the one where I compared the 45 factory versus reload. And, obviously that one hasn't been on nearly as long, but that one was fancier. Like I had the stuff actually pop up on the screen and, I don't know, like, I don't think it got nearly the traffic that first one got. So it's just really crazy. Walter Bunning says it was a good topic. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. So Brian's Custom Canvas says that he just stumbled onto that and was curious. Reese says that cost comparison video was his first Jenny J video. That is so funny. Michael Dunn, Cowboy Jeff is right, 2+ hours. I really? No, because that would put me at 11 o'clock tonight. And I'll tell you why in a minute. That's not going to happen. Affordable Armory says he found me on TikTok. I barely even post anything on TikTok anymore. I'm not going to lie. TikTok and Instagram. And I'm horrible about keeping up on Facebook stuff. Just absolutely horrible. I know people send me messages on there. I never even hardly look. I am so bad. And of course, Twitter is the worst one. And I tried to be on Twitter. It's just, well, it is hard to keep up with all of those. It really is. And especially because I have to go make a second video to put. So what I've been doing is, I make my original YouTube video and then I make a second condensed video that I put on all those other platforms and basically say, if you want to see the full video, go check out my YouTube channel. I don't really know if that works or not. Obviously it did somewhat because Affordable Armory did that. That's how he found me, was on TikTok. So, but like I don't know. I enjoy YouTube more. I like being on YouTube more than any of those other ones. So I don't know. Brian's Custom Canvas thinks that because I can't talk, I have vodka in my mug. You would know if I had vodka in my mug. I would probably be a little bit crazier. Bob Shell says superstar now. Oh, Bob Shell. But you know what, Bob Shell? You will always be my favorite Bob Shell and also my favorite heckler, because how many times did Bob Shell heckle me about having a roller handle? And now I have a roller handle, so chucked that old ball handle right out the window. Not literally. And we still have it because I'm waiting to send it to Bob Shell as a gift. I know he's going to love it and cherish it forever. Bob Shell, all you have to do is get one of these inline racks, and then you can get, like, see here, we've got this rack. Let me show you. So these are so cool because, you can put this stuff up here. So I bet Inline might make some kind of little tray where you could put a roller handle up there just to display it. I mean, how nice would that be, Bombshell? Um, all right. So let's see. I'm going to get through some of these comments here. Cowboy Jeff, my first video was at the beginning with your 45. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Oh, Bombshell, you already got one? You got a roller hand or a ball handle, I mean, or you already got the bracket to hang it from. Hey, Stephen Hall is here. Hi, everyone, and good night. Been a long day. I'm with you, Stephen. So, okay, I can put that card off to the side. So tomorrow morning, I am so super stoked because tomorrow morning we are teaching a youth class, a youth firearm safety class. It is going to be really, really cool because, like, you know, these kids are so excited to be taking this class. And I think that is the best sign right there that it's going to be a good class because these kids are so excited and they have just been counting down the days and asking. Their grandpa is the one that scheduled this with me. And so he just decided, you know, I want my grandkids to all know how to be safe with guns and, you know, respect guns and know how to shoot them, know how to just how to be around guns responsibly. So anyway, he set this class up, and so we've got this class tomorrow morning, and I think these kids are going to have so much fun. We have these really awesome certificates printed up for them, and you know, I just think that they're going to have a great time. So I can't wait to tell you guys how that turned out. But you know, we're going to be going out. We're starting them out on 22s, of course. It's, you know, we've got a pretty big age range of kids coming to it. So the bigger kids will probably let them try, you know, 9mm too. But we're going to start them all out on 22s, and it's just going to be, you know, so much fun. It's just going to be so much fun because this is the age. I'm always saying that, you know, the youth they are the ones that are going to be carrying on this tradition. Well, they're the ones that are going to inherit our guns, right? Those of us that have been acquiring them and hanging on to them, they're going to be getting those from us, passed down through the generations. And they're the ones that are going to be hopefully, you know, still working to keep our Second Amendment rights, and we're going to have to count on them to portray our gun community as what it is. You know, we are just responsible citizens that like having that right to be able to choose our firearms, keep our firearms, and use our firearms. So, you know, it's really important that they get into it now because they're going to be the people that, you know, carry this on and keep it going. Kevin in New York, Jenny J 1911 got a shout out on Johnny B. I hope it helps you. Yes, Kevin, it did. It did very much. And thank you to Cowboy Jeff for doing that. So that was very, very thoughtful of him and very smart. I never would have thought to do that. So let's see. Reese said Utes from My Cousin Vinny. If anybody has not seen My Cousin Vinny, that is a very funny movie. And when he says Utes, when he's in the courtroom, that's such a funny scene. So, all right. Ewan's Affordable Armory says Ewan's, you guys, Utes, it's all the same. Yep. All right. So I wanted to ask you guys, because we have been teaching more CCW classes lately, I want to ask you guys, what are your requirements, or what do you look for when you are choosing your carry gun? What is it that you look for? Because, you know, I think we all have our own personal preferences. So for me, go ahead and chime in and let me know down in the comment section, and you guys can all read through each other's comments. But I think for me, I really like having a gun that I know is reliable, that I don't have any malfunctions with. I like having one that I can conceal. Unfortunately, I really don't think there is any such thing as a completely concealable gun for me. And I just, no matter how hard I try, I think wintertime will be better, of course, because I'll be wearing bigger, baggier clothes. But what is it that you guys look for? Do you want high capacity? Like, do you want to have as many rounds as possible? I do think that that's one nice thing about my Hellcat Pro is, I can fit a lot of rounds into that. Reese says, I look for something that's an extension of my hand. Reese, it's really funny you said that. I had a private lesson this last Sunday, and I was telling my student, I said, you need to just feel like your gun is an extension of your body. Like it is automatically just part of your body. And I said, that's why it's so important to go out and practice with it consistently. But, you have to have something that feels natural for you. And I think that, that's different for everybody. Everybody has a different, take on that. What's comfortable for one person may not be for another person. I had people comment. So, I did that Ruger 1911 video, and I've had people comment and say that they carry that commander size Ruger 1911 as their carry gun. And I think, if I remember correctly, somebody actually commented and said that they also carry the 5-inch Ruger. And I thought, I would never be able to get away with that. So I don't know, like, obviously that's a little bit bigger gun. It would probably pull my pants straight off my hips because, that's pretty heavy. It doesn't matter how substantial my gun belt is. It would probably, I'd probably have a wardrobe malfunction. So that wouldn't be good. So, okay. Affordable Armory says, this is what he looks for. Affordable. Yes, that is important for a lot of people too. Reliable, ergonomic. Yeah, it's got to feel good in your hand, right? Capacity, accuracy, and shootability, trigger press, and weight. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want a gun that has a 14-pound trigger pull. We were out at Gateway one day, and this poor lady came out, and she was like, I don't even remember what kind of gun it was now, but it was a terrible gun. And we seriously, like, we all played with the trigger and we're like, seriously, this gun has to have like a 15-pound trigger. It's terrible. And she couldn't pull the trigger. I mean, she just couldn't. So if you cannot pull your trigger, it's not a good carry gun for you. It's not a good carry gun for anybody. So, that's also something to think about. I think that if you are not able to operate your gun, whether it's rack your slide or load the magazine or whatever, I mean, you have to be able to do everything, every single step, every step of the way quickly and efficiently for it to be a good, reliable carry gun. So, that's my opinion. Brian's Custom Canvas says 4 1/4 45 ACP 1911 or a Glock 19 Gen 5 appendix side. Oh, no, I lost the comment. It just blipped out on me here. Side during cold weather, appendix warmer weather. Yeah, true. I went to I went to the gas station this morning. I stopped at the gas station on my way to work, and you all know I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I leave home at 5 and I go to the gas station that's right around the corner. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of gas station coffee. Not just any coffee. I like the gas station cappuccinos. I think they're as good as Starbucks. Actually, I think they're better than Starbucks. I'm just gonna say it. Whatever. So I go into this gas station that's right around the corner, and usually it's fairly abandoned at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll be lucky if I see one other car in the parking lot. And so this morning I stopped there, and I always have my gun. When I leave home, I have my gun right next to me in the car. And, I'm a girl, it's dark, and I carry so I can protect myself. So, but since I'm going to work, I don't usually put my gun on me, because when I get to work 13 minutes later, I just have to take it off again. So anyway, I pull into the gas station, and there was another car there, and there was a guy standing at the car, and he kind of looked at me, made eye contact with me. I looked at him, and he just, I don't know, there was something about it that made me feel uncomfortable, right? And I think we've all had that situation where our spidey sense goes off. And so I watched him. I thought, do I just not go in? Like, maybe I should just turn around and leave and go to work. And so I stayed in my car, in my Jeep, for a couple of minutes, and I watched, and he walked in the gas station, and he walked past one set of windows, and he kept looking at me through the windows. And I was like, And then he walked back the other direction, went to the other end of the gas station, looked at that set of windows, and I thought, And so I just kind of watched for a few minutes, and then I was like, well, I have my gun. So I grabbed my gun and, checked it and everything before I went in, made sure everything was exactly how I wanted it, and stick it in my waistband. And I just had it so, my shirt was kind of tucked behind it. And I think at that time of morning, as long as you're aware of your surroundings and there's nobody close to you, you need to make sure, of course, that your gun stays on you. But I just felt like so much better knowing that I could defend myself or defend somebody else if I needed to. I went in, got my coffee. It was uneventful. And, I got what I wanted, and I stayed safe. So I think it's really important for people to be able to feel like they can protect themselves if they wish to. So that's what I did. We did just get an update on the football game, and apparently our team won. So my stepson, his his high school football team, won the game tonight. So yay, that's good, because they haven't had very good success rate this season. This is their second win. So, but yay for them. Congratulations to his school and his football team. So I'm going to scroll through here. Cowboy Jeff says he's going to mail me some Folgers coffee so that I don't have to stop at the stop at the gas station. Reese says Starbucks star sucks. Yeah. Hey, Bending Ballistics is here. Good to see you. And Tom is here. Tom threw me for a loop because Tom changed his name. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize that he had changed his name. And then he made a comment on one of my videos the other day, and I was like, oh, I put two and two together. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Now I understand. Don't do that to me, Tom. But why aren't you Tom 1911? Isn't that the rule here? Like, everybody's supposed to be 1911. So Critter says he used to take his dog with him to the gas station. His nickname was Asshole for a reason. Well, I can't take my dog when I'm on my way to work, and my dog would probably intimidate a lot of people if they just saw her. But then if they actually approached her and she cowered, when they saw her cower in fear, they probably wouldn't be so scared of her anymore. But yeah, she's an American bulldog, and a lot of people think she's a pit bull. She is not. But she is such a big baby. Okay. Reese says, I carry my Hellcat on my hip and my Hellcat Pro in a car jack holster. Oh, yeah, cool. Bob Shell, EDCX9 every day. Cool. Cowboy Jeff, I carry my original Ruger LCP in 380, by far the most. Very cool. That's a good gun to have, and concealable too. Michael Dunn says, I like to hide it as much as I possibly can. I see these guys open carrying. To me, that is asking for trouble. That's actually a good point. That was something I brought up in, I think in my CCW class this last weekend. I think we were talking about it at that one. Sometimes the classes all run together, but I said I saw a video where a guy was open carrying at a gas station, and there was a kid waiting in line behind him, and the kid kept kind of looking around and looking at the guy, but the kid was like 10 feet behind this other guy, and so you don't think anything of it. And then all of a sudden the kid lunges, grabs the gun out of the guy's holster, which is why a retention holster is good too. Or making sure that your holster has some kind of, that's tight enough that it really does snuggle your gun. So this kid grabbed it and ran. And yeah, I a lot of times I've thought to myself, well, wouldn't it be easier just open carry? But I think for that very reason, I decided against open carrying for the most part, just because sometimes it's better to not have people know exactly what you're all about, So yeah, I kind of made that decision recently, I guess. Brian's Custom Canvas says gas stations are one of the most dangerous places early in the morning or late at night. Predators always lurking, easy picks for them. Yeah, and in fact, there was another gas station that was closer to my work, a bigger gas station that is more truck stop-ish. And I was stopping there, and my husband quickly put the nix on that. He was like, nope, you are not stopping there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I don't go there anymore, at least. And he was right. I have to say he is definitely right about me not going there, because yeah, there were, and the few times that I did go there before work, I saw some really crazy, strange things. And for some reason, guys were always like more willing to approach me and try to start up conversation there, even though I'm just going in and grabbing my coffee and I get in line and I leave. I felt like, these truck drivers and stuff, they were always more chatty. Maybe it's because they've been sitting in their trucks and they're lonely, but it's probably just better for a little girl like me to just not be there. So, yes, Cowboy Jeff says victory. Woohoo! I'm sure my stepson will be super happy when he gets home tonight. When he finally gets home. But like I said, the game was an hour away, and he's riding a school bus. So that always takes a little bit longer. So, Reese says, I take a bad attitude with me to the gas station for a lot of reasons, right, Reese? I mean, one being gas prices are going back up again. Great. Just great. Gas prices are going up just in time for us to go to Tulsa. So I want to know, are any of you going to Tulsa? I haven't heard I haven't heard anybody saying they're going to Tulsa. I haven't heard from Clover Tack in a while. I would expect maybe he'll go. I know that I think he went this last time. So, yeah, let me know if you guys are going to be there, if any of you are going to be there, because I am so super excited about it. I read you guys the stats about how long, like, if you were to visit every single table, what was it I said? You'd have like 15 seconds per table if you wanted to see every single table from the time they open on Saturday morning to the time they close on Sunday afternoon. You could be at each table for 15 seconds, and you know that's not going to happen. So there's going to be a lot that we don't get to see when we go there, but we're going to do our best. So Bombshell, oh yeah, Bombshell has this pretty new emissary. He's got this gorgeous little 1911, 4.25 in 45 ACP. He sent me a picture of that a while ago. So, but yeah, apparently Bombshell does like to carry that. That would be a good one. Cowboy Jeff says American Bulldogs, intimidating, but not so effective. Just babies. Yeah, it's so true. It is so true. Bombshell, never appendix or open. Yeah. Catchman, carry my Bursa BP9C and my Star BM mostly. So Catchman, what made you choose those? Critter likes to be a bait victim, sure. Cowboy Jeff says he knows of a guy who carries in banks, state, and federal buildings. Is he an employee? That's a I don't know. I don't know if I would risk that. So Cowboy Jeff says, to be fair, you probably look friendly. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure I do. I mean, I'm usually a happy person, like, you know, and I'm a morning person. So when I go in, you know, I go into work and I'm smiling and chipper, and I go into the gas station and I'm smiling and chipper. And, you know, I had a little conversation with the guy at the gas station this morning, the cashier. And, you know, he was like, so, you know, are you on your way to work or are you just getting home? And I said, oh, I'm on my way. And I think I said something about, you know, I love my job. I said, I get off at 2:00 in the afternoon. It still gives me so many daylight hours to be able to do other stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, that sounds perfect. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. I can have a conversation with anybody. We did go to Waffle House tonight and, we had dinner, just my husband, me, you know, romantic Waffle House date. And, only the best for me. My hubby takes care of me. So we go to Waffle House and he ran to the bathroom real quick and he came back out. And in that time, I had made best friends with the cook and the waitress that were working. And we were having a talk about ghosts and, you know, paranormal stuff and everything. And they were like my best buddies by the time we left. So he was like, yeah, I go to the bathroom for 2 minutes and I come back and you're in the middle of a thick conversation with 2 new friends. I can talk to almost anybody. So I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Bombshell. Some comments I'm not going to read. Reese might go to Tulsa. That is awesome. That is so cool. Well, Reese, I hope that I see you there. I will update you guys. I'll probably post like on my community tab. I might post like, you know, hey, this is where we're going to be at this time or whatever. And so if any of you want to catch up with us, and say hi, that would be really, really cool. So yay. Affordable Armory might go to the spring one. Yeah. So if you guys missed this one, they do have this Tulsa Gun Show twice a year. I think it's in April and then November. So, because I'm pretty sure it's the month before the NRA show. So yeah, if you miss this one, you can always head to the one in the spring. So Brian's Custom Canvas says, Jenny knows I carry my Dan Wesson 4 1/4 45 1911. Yes. I mean, it's a Dan Wesson. Hello. If you have a Dan Wesson, you might as well carry that baby everywhere with you. Oh, Bob Show says my Shih Tzu will tear your arm off. And the awful waffle. Bob Shell. Now, I get my waffle with, and I had a piece of ham tonight. I always get my waffle with pecans, and everybody makes fun of me for how I say the word pecans, because apparently you're supposed to say pecan or pecan. Neither one. My family has always said pecans. So I don't know. My grandparents said it. My parents said it. My grandparents, who lived in New Mexico, which is where they grew them, that's how they said it. So I'm just learning from them. Let's see. Okay, so Catchman answered my question. Thank you very much. He says reliability, ergonomics, concealability, and that you're confident with them. Yeah. I think that's so important. You have to be confident. It has to be, you're so confident with your carry gun that it's like second nature to use it. Right. So I think that's super, super important. So Brian's Custom Canvas, if you all remember, Brian made this gorgeous, gorgeous black leather holster for me. He's asking, so if you see the comment, how's the holster treating you? That's what he's asking about. If you didn't see it, there's a mail call video where you can like check it out. He does beautiful work. So, you know, if you have something that you want made, get a hold of Brian because he's really cool about it. So anyway, how's the holster treating me? Well, it doesn't call me names. Takes me out for nice dinners, you know. I'm just kidding. Yes, it's treating me great. Absolutely beautiful holster that he made for my Hellcat Pro. So make sure you go check out that video. Bombshell, no Tulsa for me, but the Indy 1500 is coming soon. Is that, I don't know what that is. If that's a car thing, you're gonna have to educate me, Bombshell. I know what the Indy 500 is, so I don't know. Critter says we don't eat pecans, we eat pecans. I am actually really glad that you wrote that phonetically, Critter, so that I could pronounce it. That's very good. Emmy, hey, great to see you. Almond growers pronounce almond. You're right, they do. I've never noticed that before, but now that you say that, like if you think about it, like you see the commercials on TV and stuff, and they say almond. Huh. Never knew. Reese asks, pecans are grown in New Mexico. Yes, they are. Pecans and cotton. They have a lot of both of those. And so, yeah, I can remember going to visit my grandparents and they would, you know, point out, they'd be like, there's where your pecans came from. And there's where there's cotton. I had never seen either before until I went to see them in New Mexico. So kind of crazy. See, you guys learned something new tonight. Affordable Armory says pecan. ME. Okay, so ME says, my soulmate gun is a Ruger LCR X in 22. I shoot it better than any other gun in any caliber. It just fits. And you know what? That's the best thing. If it fits you, it's going to be the best gun for you. You might as well carry it, right? Critter says they also fish for salmons instead of salmon. Huh. I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed that pronunciation, but oh yes, Affordable Armory. Thank you so much for bringing this up. totally slipped my mind. Tomorrow is 10/22. So tomorrow is actually Ruger Day because get it, 10/22. It's Ruger Day. So yeah, since tomorrow is October 22nd, it is Ruger Day. It is 10/22 day. So go out and shoot a Ruger. Go out and shoot a 10/22. You know, or just go out and shoot because it's fun, right? Let's see. Critter says that he's smack in the middle of a huge area of them. I get 2 brown sacks of them every year. That's awesome. And then I don't know, when I was a kid, I always loved cracking them. And then my mom would make fresh pecan pie with them, and oh my gosh, it was so good. She yeah, that is my favorite kind of pie. Oh, I could eat that any day, any time of year. That's just so good. Emmy, oh yeah, Ruger Day. Gonna take my Ruger takedown out there. Good. You should definitely do that. Critter, I'm about to reload another 1045 ACP. Nice. Critter, is it going to be large or small? Are you loading a large or small primers? You know, we have like a mix. So we just load both. Not at the same time, obviously, because we have to have our small primer or large primer tube in, but Walter asks, Critter, you have primers? That's, yeah. I'm wondering, yeah, we're doing pretty good on primers too right now. We're not, yeah, I'm looking at them right now and we've got a nice little stack of them over here. So that's always kind of nice to be able to see that, you know that that's there. Ooh, Bombshell is out of large primers. Oh, let's see. No, I don't have any. Do I have? I do. Okay, so Bombshell, I'm going to make you jealous. Oh, look at that. That's a whole brand new box of them right there. Listen. See? There you go. Now Bombshell is going to think I am the coolest person in the world. He's going to start being nice to me finally. He's going to think I'm going to share my primers with him, but I'm not. So, too bad. So Critter says, yep, leftover from last time, all large primer, $50 per 500, cleaned and prepped. Wow. That is nice. That's awesome. Reese, you have large pistol primers. That's awesome. See, poor Bombshell, you're missing out, I guess. Walter Bunning says he's been loading mostly small primer 45 ACP because he has more of them than large. Yeah, I know. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of goes in waves, really, for us. Bombshell, but I've got 5,000 of a small rifle, 4,000 of small pistol. Oh, cool. And Cowboy Jeff says Jenny J 1911 is the coolest. Just because I have those awesome primers, right? That's all it is. No, I'm happy that we have as many primers as we do, just because, I'm hoping that this means that, we're going to just keep seeing things get back in circulation again. And, I actually had somebody ask me about doing a certain caliber, a cost comparison of a certain caliber. And I don't remember right now what it was, but, Brian's Custom Canvas is saying good night to everyone. Got some num-nums ready to eat. Always fun, J. Crew. So he's going to go have dinner and head to bed. Yeah, Bombshell says rock star she is. Yeah. Okay. Sure thing. But yeah, we haven't had any issue really finding powder lately. And obviously, we've got a good supply of primers. We are currently working on 38 wad cutters, and we're going to be changing our press out probably this weekend. We're going to be shifting back to 9s. We're going to be loading some more 9s. So that's what we're going to be doing. So obviously, small pistol primers there. But that is, that's kind of what's on our agenda. And yeah, it would be nice to get that 750 so we can get that set up so we can just keep 9s going on that. And just think what a romantic night my husband and I could have. He could take me to Waffle House for dinner, and then we could come back here and he can load on the 750 and I can load on the 550, or, vice versa. We can take turns. We can swap back and forth, and, what a romantic night that would be. Oh, man. So, all right. Well, I am going to be heading off to bed here. Yeah, Reese says so much romance. So true, Reese. Like I said, we have our youth class first thing in the morning, and I want to be bright and cheery and perky for those wonderful kids who are going to be shooting guns for the very first time in their lives. I mean, this is going to be the first time all these kids are shooting. So I want to make sure that I am my very best. And hopefully my eye will look better by tomorrow and I don't have to look like I have like the plague or pink eye or something disgusting. It's not pink eye, just so you know. The eye doctor did confirm it is just blown blood vessels for whatever reason. So, Emmy says, tell husband I am damn jealous. I'm sure he's reading the comment right now, and I'm giving him the evil eye here just to make sure that, he's aware. So anyway, we will be having a live this next Tuesday night. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. We're going to get a couple more videos out, hopefully between now and then. We've got lots of videos in the works. So, I hope you all have a great weekend. Make sure you go out and shoot for Ruger Day tomorrow. If you have a 10/22, shoot that. If not, shoot whatever you want. I don't care. Just go out and shoot and be nice to the people in the range next to you. And let's keep our community growing, our gun community growing, and, just keep welcoming people in. And no, Reese, it's not pink eye. And so have a great night. Have a great weekend. Sweet dreams. And I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Good night.